Today, one of the most auspicious moments in my life, because my only son, Subhadeep, he will begin his new journey with my beloved Julie. I am very much pleased and privileged and fortunate that Julie and her family has loved Subhadeep so much, and this is the real gift from them, I think. However, we are also privileged that two geniuses have come here to conduct the whole program. Initially, the program will be inaugurated by no less Pandit Ajay Chakraborty, India number one Indian classical maestro, not only number one, all over the world. He is a man of name. We are also privileged that Pandit Kolkata, he has done a tremendous in Vedic concept, which is our own tradition. And I am extremely honored, privileged, and what should I say, that they have come over here and also agreed to conduct the whole program. I request first of all Mr. Park, the father of Julie, to say a few words. Please come.
I'm a Julie father. My name is Sam Park. This is one half of my wife. We welcome you and thank you for attending this wonderful celebration of Shubho and Julie's union as husband and wife. We'd like to thank Professor Deepak Ghosh and his family members for all the preparation for this celebration. Everything is perfect and elegant. Thank you very much. The happy and smiling face of Julie and Shubho prove their joy and excitement. We appreciate the warm welcome we have received from all of our new friends in this foreign country. To Julie, as a young girl, I remember you and I went to the library. You looked around and said, I have read everything here. She wants to go to adult section, not children's section anymore. Even today, her home is filled with many, many books. I was proud when you were accepted into Princeton University in New Jersey. Looking at you today, I remember the little girl you once were and now the beautiful woman you have become. I love you. One day, I received a phone call from you, and you said, I have met someone whom I love and would like for you to meet. Since I met Shubho, we have come to realize how special he is to Julie and a great son-in-law he will be. Suk and I are here to support you as you continue your new life together. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Park, for your blessings on the couple. I also take the privilege to welcome and to give thanks to all members of jury. One thing I should mention, that this fact was totally a concept of my wife who is no more bodily. But I think she is very much willing to that. I think the marriage is nothing but meeting of two souls. And I wish these two souls will remain together, not for bodily, but also for an atmosphere of bliss. My honest request to you all, that the only thing I believe that if you really bless them, if you really love them, if you really convey Guru wishes, even in scientifically, I am a hardcore scientist, even scientifically this works. Not only these are the rituals, but totally our consciousness engulf all these things. And the total program is based on that philosophy. With this, I request Pandit Ajay Chakraborty to inaugurate the program.
And I am really so honored that Professor Deepak Ghoshji is as like as my father, as like as my guru. And I met this person and I started realizing how music is the subject where science is involved up to the greatest extent, and music and science are both the same thing. I started learning that from him. And this morning, I will pray to Almighty for a beautiful and peaceful and wonderful life for both Juriji and Shubhaji. And my regards to all of you, because you have come all the way from different place. And in music, when the rhythm is married with melody, that is the ultimate music. So I shall pray to Almighty with some Sanskrit hymns, 2-3 shlokas, and my pranamas to all of you, my respect to all of you. I want some same pitch. Good. Naham tishtami vaikunthe yogina hridayena cha madbhakta yatra gayanti tatra tishtami narada om kham vayamagnin saranam mahimcha sarit samudrasya hara shariram yatkincha bhutam pranavedanandam srotramathavadvindriyani cha samrani om aviravirvai om aviravirvai दुख भाग भवे। ओम शांति शांति
to adore you. So what is your opinion regarding this adoration? Accepted. How do you say Sanskrit in Sanskrit? Om. Om. Not to me, to her. Om. Archaya. That means you can. Now you. Please you. Initiation. You take that asana. Take that asana. Then you take this thing. Yes, yes, take it out. Yes. To sit. You say Om Prati Grandami. That means you have accepted the sit now. That means she is giving the sit to you to sit. You say Om Prati Grandami. That means you have accepted the sit. Can you put it there? The system of Vedic marriage ceremony is the most ancient and sacred. The origin of the word vivaha comes from the root voho prapana, and its meaning is that one accepts the other with a good thought. The word sanskar means a performance which removes evil and creates good qualities in a man. The act of marriage uplifts the soul of the married. The purpose of this union is to inculcate disappearance of all harmful propensities in the two, bringing in them chastity, masculinity, restraint, pure love, and the qualities of performing. Now we stand up together as before. The space is so small, so now I would like to give you this two garland. This is called Jaimal. Om Sadhu Bhavan Astam Archesham Bhavantam. That means she again wants to adore you by this garland. You say Om Archaya. After the Gayatri, 3 Gayatri mantras, you will put, Julie, you will put this garland to him and you also. Gayatri. Tatsaviturvareryam Vargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Clap everybody, please. Padyam, Pratigrihatam. Please accept this water to wash your feet. You take that water. Your feet is so clean, I know. But whatever it is, you take some water symbolically, you sprinkle on your feet. Can I ask you one question? Give it to him. Om. You say to him always, whatever you say, you must say to him. And you also say to her, in between you and you. Om. Achmaniyam, Pratigrihatam. Please accept this water for sipping, drinking. You take it. Keep it on your floor. Hold that spoon in your left hand. Keep it. Hold that spoon. Take what in your right hand. Again. Oh. Now take this plate. Total plate. Yes. Full. Give it to her. Please accept this madhuparka. You take it and say Om Pratigannami. Peace. God signifies as coolness. If your mind and her mind mentally always cool, what you will do? You must talk like that honey, sweet. If both you say sweetly, then what the result will come? You will tie in it. Love, the thread of love. And look at that madhuparka and say Om Nitrasya. Total pouring. Now take that pot and again pour into that butter or ghee. Take that pot of the three things with the spoon and keep it that plate on the floor. Mix it up properly. Om Namah Shivaya Shanna Shanayataya Viddam Tattanishkrintami. Om Vasavastvagayatrena Chandasa Vakshayantu. In this way. Om Rudrastvatrashtubhena Chandasa Vakshayantu. Bhute Pasva Parigrannami thrice. Now you thrice. Now you equally divide into the three pots. And take one pot to enjoy. Take one with a spoon. Yes. After the mantra you have to eat. Yanamadhuno madhavyam paramam rupam manyatam tenaham madhuno madhavena paramena rupena nyadena paramo madhavyo vannadosami. How the taste is good or bad? Gutta Pannam Imam Srimati Suki Chang. Would you like to accept? Yes, then you put your left hand on that. And you say now, Om Kushal Gotrat Pannoham Srimati Deepa Ghosh Mahodayaya Sri Deepak Ghosh Mahodayasya Cha Putraha Chiranjeeva Subhadeep. Om Kushal Gotra Jatam Srimati Suki Chang Mahodayaya Sri San Chol Park Mahodayasya Cha Putrin Saubhagyavatim Julie Park Namnim Kanyam Prati Grannami. Please clap. যতটা পালন করতে পারি কর্তব্য তার স্ত্রীর প্রতি, তার স্ত্রী কিন্তু ততোধিক পালন করেন তার স্বামীর থেকে বেশি। এটা কি অস্বীকার করবেন কিনা আমি জানি না, আমি তো অস্বীকার করি না, কে করবেন জানি না। কন্যা বলবে যে আমি আমার স্বামীর উত্তর দায়িত্ব গ্রহণ করছি। পিতা বলছেন যে আমার পুত্রকে আমি এটা বড় করেছি, সে যখন বড় হয়েছে তারও একটা রক্ষণাবেক্ষণের প্রয়োজন হয়। বললেন পুরুষদের আবার রক্ষণাবেক্ষণ কি? তুমি তোমার ডান হাতটা দাও, সেবার ছাড়ো না, না তোমার হাতটা আপনি ধরুন নিচে, লাইক হাত নিচের দিকে ধরুন, হ্যাঁ give your right palm, নিচের দিকে রাখো, ছেলের হাতটা উপরে, ছেলের হাত উপরে, হ্যাঁ। এবার আপনি বলুন ওম কুশল गोत्रोत्पन्नम इमं श्रीमती दीपा घोष महोदयायाः श्री दीपक घोष महोदयस्य च पुत्रं चिरंजीव श्री शुभदीप नाम वरं प्रति गृह्णातु भवति। Hello Julie, his father would like to give his post responsibility to you. So would you like to accept? Yes, then you put your left hand on them in this way. Now you say Om Kushal Gotratpannaham Srimati Shuki Chang Mahodayaya Sri Shang Chol Park Mahodayasya Cha Putri Saubhagavatim Julie. This is your introduction. Now you say Om Kushal Gotra Jatam Shrimati Deepa Ghosh Mahodayaya Sri Deepak Ghosh Mahodayasya Cha Putram Shriman Subhadeep Nama Varam Prati Grihnami. Please clap again. The marriage is nothing but some exercise, you know. You have to stand and sit, you have to stand and sit. Now join your own hands and say, Sam Matarishwa Sam Dhata Samu Deshtri Dadhatu No. You chakya back karo, you one by one like pyramid. Yes, one by one. Yes, you put it there in this way. You say, don't say you. You say, Om Yadaishi Manasa Duram Dishonu Pavamano Va Hiranyanya Parno Vaikarna Sa Tva Man Manasam Karotu Julie. Now you hold one hand and make a circle. Parikrama. Yes. Slowly, now like Sit down. You sit down together. Now next week, next week. Will explain to you. Now you join your own hands. You say Om Prame Patyana Pantha Kalpatam Shiva Arishta Patilokam Gameyam. The meaning is, may this path of my husband would be the same to me. Desiring unobstructed happiness, I enter my husband home. Eva Jani. Thank you. Bhuvah Swaha. Stand up together. Hold that spoon. Hold that spoon together. When I say Dadha way you have to put this thing, the Havan Kund. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Om Bhurabhuvah Svargyurema Bhumina Prithiveva Varimna Tasyaste Prithivide Vayajani Prishte Agnimanyavyamanyamyayayadhe. Yes. Om Udbuddha Swagane Pratigate Tvamishta Purte Sam Siyethamayam Cha Asmin Sadasti Adyutarasmin Vishve Devaya Jamanasya Sitata. Sit down. Om Ayanta Irma Atma Jata Vedaste Vedasva Vardasva Chetha Vardaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhirvamna Varchase Namapena Samidaya Swaha Idamagnaye Jata Vedase Idannamama. Take some deep upspoon of that butter. When I will say Swaha, you have to offer to the fire. Om Yanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste Nidhasva Vardasva Chetha Vardaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanatena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagnaye Jata Vedase Idannamama. Tata Vedase Idannamama. Om Yanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste Nidhasva Vardasva Chetha Vardaya Chasman Prajaya. You keep this on floor. Keep it on floor. Yeah. No, not for you. Touch his right shoulder by your right hand. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Agnayayo Vishi Pavasa Asubhoryamisham Chana Arevadasvaduchuna Swaha Idamagnaye Paumanaya Idannamama. When I will say Swaha, you will go. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Agnayayo Vishi Pavasa Asubhoryamisham Chana Arevadasvaduchuna Swaha Idamagnaye Paumanaya Idannamama. All go full and all go silent. All go full and Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Agni Pavasa Svepayasme Varchaha Suviryam. Om Prita Shadirithadhamagni Gandharva Sanayidam Brahma Kshatram Padu Tasmai Swaha Van Swaha Idamarita Shaye Ritadhamne Agnaye Gandharvaya Idannamama. আমি যখন সোহা বলবো তখন Om Rita Shadirithadhamagni Gandharvastasam Aushadhayo Vapsaraso Mundo Amatabhya Swaha. Swaha, Swaha, on Swaha, you have to put the Swaha. Om Shushumna Surya Rashmishchandrama Gandharva Sana Idam Brahmakshatra Patu Tasmai Swaha Van Swaha Idam Shushumnaya Surya Rashmaya Chandramase Gandharvaya Idannamama. विश्वसामा सूर्यो गन्धर्वस्तस्य मरीचयो अप्सरस आयुर्नामताभ्य स्वाहा इदं मरीचिभ्यो अप्सरोभ्य आयुभ्य इदं नमः स्वाहा इदं चित्तै इदं नमः ॐ चित्तिश्च स्वाहा इदं चित्तै इदं नमः ॐ आहूतं च स्वाहा इदमाहूताय इदं नमः सर्वस्मिन् ब्रह्मणस्मिन् क्षत्रियस्यामाशिष्यस्यां पुरोधायामस्मिन् कर्मण्यस्यां देवभूत्यां स्वाहा इदम् इन्द्राय ज्येष्ठानामधिपतये इदं नमः. Now keep that 2 spoons on the floor. Now you hold his hand. Now he's holding his hand. You also put your left hand. You have to take 6 oaths before this fire. Why the fire before this fire? As because fire is the most sacred. Nobody can pollute this fire. You can pollute everything except this fire. You put some dirty thing in this fire, fire will take and again he will purify this thing. Now you say Om Bhagaste Hastam Agrabhit Savita Hastam Agrabhit Patni Tvam Asi Dharmanaham Grihapati Tava. O bride, I being a respected person, accept your hand. I with all inspiration of religious deeds already accepted your hand. You are my wife by the virtue of dharma, and I thus become your husband accordingly. One hand and make a circle. Slowly. Sit down, please. Om Aryamanam Devam Kanyaya Dhimaya Sano Varyama Deva Prato Mapati Swaha Maryamanayagaya Idam Namama Om Yam Naryo Kuprute Lajana Vapatika Ayushmanastu Me Patiredam Kyam Yatayo Mama Swaha Idamagnaye Idam Namama Om सम्वदनं तदग्नीयनुमन्यतामियं स्वाहा इदमग्नये इदं नमः. Join your hands. Om Saraswati Preta Bhava Subhade Vajini Vate Yantva Vishwasabhutasya Prajaya Sratrata Yasyam Bhutam Samabhavadyasya Vishwamidam Jagat Amadyagatam Gasyami Yastrina Muttanam Yashaha. Just hold her hand and make a circle.
स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृद्धश्रवा स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो वरिष्ठनेमि स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु. Full time. enjoy. Dirunga kya Apo Hishtamaya Bhuvasthana Purijena Bhatana Maheranaya Chakshase Omiyo Vaha Shivatamo Rasastasya Bhajayate Hana Ushati Rivamatara Om Tasmayaram Gamama Voyasakshayaya Jigvata Apo Janayatha Janaha Om Shivaha Shivatamaha Shantaha Shantatamastasте Krinavantu Bheshajam. Dhanyavad Krishna. Now, I would like to say something. You don't follow me. You don't move. I want to say something from heart. Now you touch his heart. তুমি বলো না কিছু You please touch his heart. You know where the heart is. Do you know? Where the right, left and center, the up and the down, where? Where is heart? Huh? That side is, tell me, what is the side? Left, very good. Left is, there is a heart. Tumi or kaandhe hath dao. You, now both of you say Om. Mama Bratete Hridayam Dadhami. Mama Chittam Anu Chittam. দুজনে বলে কি? মহা মুশকিল, একজন বলে তো একজন বলে না। আরে বিয়ে তো দুজনে। Sumangaliriyam Badhurimam Sameta Pashyata Saubhagyamasya Datyayatastam Viparetana. Put it, please clap. beginning of the marriage ceremony, I told you that whenever you enjoy, you have to offer for others. Now, in that time, the fire was not present. Fire is the mouth of all devatas. So now you break and you have to offer to the fire first, then I will say what to do. You also break it. Om Agnaye Swaha. Om Prajapataye Swaha. Idam Prajapataye Idam Namama. Om Vishwebhyo Devebhya Swaha. Idam Vishwebhyo Devebhya Idam Namama. Om Anumataye Swaha. Idam Anumataidan Namama. You touch that switch in this way. Touch. Om Annapashena Manina Prana Shutrena Prishnina Vadhanami Sattagrantina Manascharidayam Chati. There's a last declaration of marriage ceremony. Loudly you say it together before this audience. Om. Loudly you also know. Both of you always say Om. Yaditat Hridayam Tava Tadastu Hridayam Tava Yaditam Hridayam Mama Tadastu Hridayam Tava. After the kitchen room, she will feed him. Please you. He is hungry now from morning. Yes. Why the one bite? You should get him. আচ্ছা ফুল সবাই নিয়ে নেবেন, নিয়ে আপনারা দাঁড়িয়ে থাকবেন। আমি যখন বলবো তখন সবাই শাওয়ারিং করবেন আশীর্বাদ দিয়ে। শান্তিরাপ শান্তিরৌষধয় শান্তি বনস্পতয় শান্তির্বিশ্বে দেবা শান্তির্ব্রহ্ম শান্তি সর্বং শান্তি।
Divine celebration of true soul in future. We achieve that together.
আমার নিজের প্রায় 30 বছর Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Excuse me. Finger on here. Clap, 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 clap. Yay.
Good. Thank you very much. Thank you, boss. Stop. All right. Thank you. Let us start.
Who's first? Are you first? Oh, Erica. Right now. So Erica is one of my closest friends. We met in college and we used to live in Thailand together. We've been through everything. I think college would not have been what it was without Erica.
Oh, okay. Should I just speak like this? Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Erica, as Julie just said. I'm privileged to be up here as one of Julie's best friends. Julie and I met in university. I liked her right away. She's clearly very energetic, very vibrant and warm. But it wasn't until we had our first really long conversation that I knew that this was special. We both love to talk a lot. We used to study all night long, but really that meant that we just had very long conversations. This meant that academically maybe it was suffering a little bit, but actually I credit a lot of my development and growth as in the way I think, the way I am as a character, to Julie actually. She really challenged me to think about so many different things. She, as you know, she's very well read, she's brilliant, and so I have really like reflected on so many more things than I would have otherwise. And what's so unique about Julie is that you all know she's a brilliant thinker, she's super analytical, but she also feels really deeply. So when she's excited, she's like a little child. I'm sure you've seen her, you know, just bouncing around and gazing adoringly at people. When she laughs, she often laughs so hard she cries. When she cries, she also cries really hard, also often. And when she loves, she also loves very, very deeply. And I'm a beneficiary of this. As a friend, she's the kind of person who came to my parents' house and asked to see all the videos of me as a child who no one but my parents ever care about seeing. She came to live with me in Thailand for a few months. She would drop everything to listen to me, to give me advice, and to edit my last-minute essays. So in our usual way, you know, we would go through our analytical conversations. And when it came to relationships and boys, ever since we were in college, obviously we would have very long analytical conversations as well. We talked about, there was a certain essay that we talked a lot about, which was about settling with a good guy and maybe not being overly idealistic, about feeling super passionate and being in love. But we concluded someone like Julie, she's just too passionate for that, right? Like Julie needs to be with someone that she actually feels crazy in love with. But I did have a worry, what if Julie meets someone like that, but then she has to compromise herself, or she can't really be fully herself, or she's gonna, you know, change. But then there's Shubo. And what really amazes me with Shubo is just how simple everything was. So their description of their first date, which is March of 2016, she says, quote, she was like, oh, for you guys to remember who he is, quote, laughing so much together, instant attraction guy, the meeting of two people who sparkle. And just actually a month later, she wrote to me, we just connect so easily and naturally. It reminds me of the saying that we're cut from the same cloth. If I had any doubt in my mind, keep in mind this was a month later, if I had any doubt in my mind that he was seriously thinking about eventual marriage with me, that has been completely dissolved. We literally talked about what our future house might look like and named our two little dogs. Surprise names, I'll leave that out for now. Discuss pros and cons of raising kids in a New Jersey suburb versus a place like Charlotte, North Carolina. So next thing I knew, they really were planning their wedding, right? And I asked her, what made you realize that she was the one? What made you so sure? And I thought we were going to have another one of our long analytical conversations about going through all his qualities, and of which she always gushed about, right? But actually, she said, it just feels so right. I was like, go on. And she said, actually, I felt like we've been looking for each other our entire lives. And when we met, it was like we've known each other forever. I recently asked Shubo the same question, actually, for a game that we were playing. And Shubo actually also said, I've known that Julie was the one all along. So clearly did not have to compromise with, Julie is, it's very obvious to all of us, Julie is madly in love with you. But that also with you, I really think she is truly herself in all the best ways. You bring out the best in her. And I've never seen Julie more confident, more glowing, just happier than she is. And I'm so thankful that we have you to welcome. And I feel like we're already all part of a group of friends. So
you're all part of the family.
So I really wish all of you the best. I know that you'll have many years full of love and laughter. And please keep cooking that Indian food for us.
I thought it was the cooking that won her over.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Uncondensed speech later. Alright. Hello everyone. My name is Katie, and I'm also named Katie, and Julie's friend from college. We became fast friends when we were roommates together our first year of school, randomly assigned to each other. but we actually met before we arrived on campus through the form of a letter. This was before we had email, so we actually wrote letters to each other and folded it up and addressed it and sent it in the mail to one another. And I still remember the letter that I got from Julie. It was written in this very cute but clean sans serif font, and it was liberally sprinkled with little smiley faces. And it was full of ideas and feelings. I realize now how appropriate it was for us to have had this epistolary introduction, because in the past 16 years I think we've exchanged thousands of emails and texts and chats and phone calls in this ongoing, continuing conversation about our lives. A running theme you may have noticed through our speeches about Julie is that she is a master of communication. And she brings this quality to her work as a speech-language pathologist. She's worked with children in disadvantaged schools. She's worked in hospital settings, and now she's providing academic guidance to graduate students. She is the best reader and writer that I know. She has a remarkable way with words, both in speaking out loud and as a writer, selecting just the right word or the turn of phrase to express a subtle feeling or a fleeting moment. Processing life together with Julie has just been the richest experience. But Julie does not just engage in communication of her brilliant intellect, but also communication from the heart. She's so emotionally open and sensitive to others and extremely loyal to her family and friends. And this is why I think she and Shubho make a perfect match. When Julie and I used to talk about, oh, what are you looking for? What's important in your boyfriend or a husband? She would always say that she needed to be with someone with a kind heart. And you know Shubho, and you know he has the kindest heart of anyone. We see this in his hospitality, in his thoughtfulness, his generosity in everything, and especially in his desire for us to eat the best foods together. Very tasty, very nice spices. He and Julie also share no problem. He and Julie also share a sense of adventure and trying new things together. Whether it's Julie taking Shubho to see his first Broadway play in New York City, or Shubho whisking Julie away to Paris or Canada or Maine. Julie is very well organized and an excellent manager, but Shubho really takes it to the next level. One thing that I'll miss once this wonderful wedding celebration is over is receiving color-coded Excel spreadsheets in my email that help me organize every aspect of my life. Shubho, please plan another big group trip for us together so I can keep receiving those spreadsheets. So finally, I also was very struck by Shubho's description of their first date that was the meeting of two people who sparkle. And I think we saw today how that same sparkle animates their relationship and their love for one another. So my wish for you is that in all of life's joys and trials, may your unique sparkle continue to shine, to bring out the best in each other, and to bring you together every day. We love you.
On behalf of Dr. Ghosh and his family, including new member Mrs. Julie Ghosh, I'd like to thank Despite my inability to speak in public, I have been requested to say something in your august presence. Let me try to do so. I don't know whether I can. But frankly speaking, I'm not going to deliver any formal motivating speech. Rather, I prefer to share some of my feelings and my sweet memories with you all. Since time is too short and I have to cover many things, I have jotted a few of my feelings here which I am now going to read. I knew Subhadeep's mother Deepa from a child. We studied in the same school. Though she was a junior to me, she was very close to each other. In fact, it is really painful for me to accept that she is physically no more with us. I still cherish all the happy days and many merry moments we spent together. I remember in his childhood days, Deepa often addressed Subhadeep as Ananda. The word Ananda refers to joy, happiness and pleasure. I do strongly believe wherever Deepa is, today she is extremely happy to note that the joy bells have started ringing as her only child is stepping into a new world of happiness. Ahaki Anando Akashe Bakashe. Deepa often dreamt of organizing a lavish ceremony to celebrate his son's fairy tale wedding. She had many others dreamed too. May Almighty God fulfill all her long cherished desires. Let me now talk about Dr. Deepak Ghosh, whom I came to know during my university days. He was my teacher in undergraduate as well as in postgraduate classes. Like many of his students, I was impressed by his way of teaching and finally decided to pursue my doctoral research work under his keen guidance. The association is still continuing and I think it is going stronger day by day. In course of time, he became a friend, philosopher and guide in true sense, not only to me, but to all my co-workers who came in contact with him. Now today we are an extended family. Now let me talk about few words about Subhadeep, who is looking extremely bright. The young energetic man is looking handsome, bright and smart. He's reading attire.
Thank you.
Ever smiling Subhadeep always reminds me of the very first day when I just saw a bundle of joy sleeping peacefully on the lap of his mother. The journey of Subhadeep began and I was lucky to see him growing through every phases of life in different modes of action. A cute toddler to a naughty school boy, a hardworking engineering student to a matured lad, well settled in a country far, far away from his motherland. I think so far he had accepted all the roles offered to him quite comforting, be it of a caring son or a loving fiancé. But today, he has accepted the most challenging role in his life, the role of a responsible husband, the role of a romantic life partner who shall never fail to pamper his pretty wife. Now, all of you look at Julie. She's looking so stunning and so beautiful in a traditional, gorgeous Indian outfit.
For the first time, I heard Madhumita Di saying something so energetic, so positive, so happy about this speech, because she was always a person who never wanted to say something handing the microphone. But today it was really a pleasure.
Because usually I don't need any microphone.
I think I have been given with the opportunity of calling this ceremony an end as of now for today. Knowing Professor Ghosh was a miracle that happened due to the very two special persons standing here, Proshendeep Kaku and Dola Kakima. I remember 2009 when I was an undergraduate student. Kaku and Kakima had taken me, ekdom haath dhore niye jawa jake bole. These two people are my parents, I mean it. These two people are my family. These two people have taken me to Professor Ghosh. Knowing C.V. Raman and the all associated members was really indeed a journey. Knowing Baban was a wonderful experience at that point of time. So energetic a man, so dynamic and so aspiring all the time. Down the timeline we became brothers and sisters, and now of course we are good friends. I really remember the day when I first met Julie in this home when she was in the last visit. Knowing you was a wonderful experience altogether, and I feel so privileged that all of us who have been able to be a part of this glorious and precious ceremony could share an experience which could really teach us what marriage is all about. We always knew that it is a kind of ritual that needs to be performed, but when you know why you are performing that deed, that becomes an experience and that calls for a participation. I think that we all really participated in the ceremony that held today. And again, the courtesy goes to Prashanjit Kapoor and Dola Kakima. And as being a sister, as being a friend and a family, as being a student of Professor Ghosh, I wish both you and Subhadeep a very wonderful life, your time. And I'm very blessed that I could tie you up with that knot, which is going to hold you back together for the rest of your life. May Almighty shower all His blessings on you. Thank you. We will all join for the lunch now. And thank you, my offshore friends and family. You are our family as well, and I'm sure that we are also an extended part of yours. So welcome home. Be here, be healthy, be happy here. And anytime you just drop in, the city's audios, the home is audios. Thank you. Thank you.